Yo, what's poppin' Pokepals? Rare TCG coming at you with a brand new video. Today we are taking a look at Alakazam EX, which has the attack Dimensional Hand. It does 120 damage, but it is the only Pokemon, and as far as I know, in existence, that has the ability that this attack can be used while Alakazam EX is on the bench. So you know what that means. We are going to put yet another Psychic Pokemon in the active position, like Jellicent EX, and use Alakazam EX's attack from the bench. So Jellicent EX will allow me to item lock my opponent, and I also play, Mimikyu, which has Safeguard, which allows me to prevent any attacks from any EX Pokemon. We also play Cornerstone Ogerpon EX, which prevents any Pokemon with abilities from attacking us. And we play one copy of Lillie's Clefairy, which allows Alakazam's Dimensional Hand attack to deal double damage to Dragon Pokemon like Dragapult. And that's pretty much it. So basically what you want to do is you want to get Alakazam EX set up, and you want it to sit on the bench while Jellicent EX is in the active, preventing your opponent from playing the game, but you're also dealing more damage than Jellicent EX would. So be prepared for some long matches today. I haven't started recording yet, but I can already tell you that some of the matches are going to get long. Our A-spec of choice here is Secret Box because we need to be able to set up very quickly. We also play Crispin because we do have copies of Munkidori to help get some damage counters off of our Jellicent EX if our opponent starts attacking us. And we do play 3 copies of Dark Energy for our Munkidoris, so that also helps. We have Rare Candies to help get Alakazam set up quickly. We play Professor's Research to help Alakazam get set up quickly. I mean, everything's just tailored to setting up Alakazam quickly. I have had some success with this deck, so let's go onto the ladder and see if we can have a little more success and hopefully rank up today. Alright, here we are in game 1. We've already had to take a mulligan, and so did my opponent, and it looks like they are playing Ethan's Typhlosion. That is not good. That is one of the only cards we cannot protect ourselves against. However, we can item lock them with the help of Jellicent. So hopefully we can get ourselves Alakazam. Actually, we already have Alakazam set up already. Next turn, all we have to do is Hilda and Rare Candy, and that'll get us Alakazam EX as well as the energy, and the Rare Candy can just pop on Alakazam. So if my opponent does not get another Pokemon set up, oh, unfortunate. I was going to say we were about to dunk them, but unfortunately they did get another Pokemon in play. So even though we have a pretty terrible start, I mean, Alakazam EX is already set. Oh, it's Dragapult, even better. So now we get to see Lillie's Clefairy in action as well. Nice. Even better. Okay, so my opponent is playing Ethan's Typhlosion with Dragapult. That's an interesting combo. I mean, it makes sense because he does use Fire Energy Dragapult, so why would you not want to use Dragapult with Ethan's Typhlosion? So we are going to get ourselves Alakazam. We're going to get ourselves another Psychic Energy, and we're just going to swing at this thing. Why not, right? So just like that, our Alakazam is already set up, and we're just going to do 180 damage with Mind Jack. I didn't go over Alakazam's first attack, Mind Jack, that well because, well, I didn't think it would come into play because that's not like the main focus of this deck. But yes, Alakazam does have a second attack called Mind Jack, which does 90 damage and does 30 more for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So if your opponent has a bunch of bench Pokemon, you do extra damage. Alright, so I'm actually feeling pretty good about this Alakazam deck. It has won a tournament, and that was before I played around with it, because I know that the original deck was playing a weird combination. I don't even remember what it was. I edited it so long ago, and I play tested it for so long that I forgot like what the original was. But like they were playing, I think, Trustle instead of Mimikyu, and I was like, okay, I understand like you want to do extra damage, but Mimikyu uses Psychic Energy, so why would you not just play Mimikyu? And Mimikyu's a basic, so it makes it much easier to set up your Safeguard and prevent you from being attacked by EXs. So I wasn't quite sure what the original creator of this deck was going for, but and they only played one copy of Jellicent, which I also thought was kind of weird. So I made it 2 copies of Jellicent. I kind of want to make Jellicent like the main focus of this deck, as opposed to just relying on other weird Pokemon. Alright, my opponent's taking a while to use their attack or setup or whatever it is that they're doing. There we go. Alright, let's see what we get off the top deck. We get Jellicent. That's not bad, but it's not good either because we unfortunately can't utilize Jellicent. And we also don't have anything on the bench to help protect us. This Quilava is about to start setting up Typhlosions, and there we go, Artazon, nice. So ideally what I want to do is I can retreat Alakazam, but I don't really have anything to help us in this scenario. So I think what I want to do is I think I'm going to use Artazon to get myself Frillish, and then use this basic energy to... Oh, never mind. Do they have any Ethan's? They have 2. Oh, God. This does 120 plus 40. They're going to hit hard right now. That's not good. And they need to have another Pokemon on the bench. Otherwise, we can't knock out this Typhlosion. So, hopefully they just put another Pokemon on the bench, please. That would be really nice. I beg you. Otherwise, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Or what I could do is... nope, they're going to Arven. What I could do is I could Artazon, get myself another Abra ready, because I do have Alakazam and the Rare Candy in my hand, and then on my next turn, I could get Munkidori set up. Or do I want to get Munkidori set up now? Hold on, because we have 310. They're going to hit for 180. That's 360. Yeah, so it doesn't matter if I have Munkidori. Never mind. I was going to say, maybe we could have got Munkidori in play, but no. If I had 2 Munkidoris, be a different story, but no. Unfortunately, we don't. We would need to get like an Earthen Vessel Ruin and a Nest Ball, and yeah, there's just too many things that we need right now to get that going. So I think I'm just going to stick with my original plan, get another Abra set up, and just get Munkidori next turn. I think that's my best play. They are going to Ultra Ball. Probably for Dracloak, if I'm not mistaken. No, they're going to Ultra Ball for another Quilava. Interesting. Alright. So they're going to use Quilava's ability, getting themselves another Ethan's Adventure, but they can't use it because they've already used Arven this turn. So that's fine by me. So they aren't going to increase their damage output. They're going to put an energy onto Dreepy. They put a Victini down. Good. That Victini just solidified the KO because now we do 90 plus 369, so 180. So yeah, that was a bad play by my opponent because that just allows me to knock out Typhlosion. We get Mimikyu. We'll put it down. Why not? Let's get another Abra set up. Let's get Abra. Oh, there he is. Oh, it's my last Abra too. Wow. Okay. Let's get a Psychic Energy attached to him, and I think I want to do this. Let's get a Psychic and that. Let's put the Dark in my hand for Munkidori next turn. Let's set up this Abra. So this Abra is completely set up. All we have to do is evolve it next turn, and that'll be the end. And because my opponent put that Victini down, we can knock out Typhlosion. Wow. This deck is not doing what I initially thought it was going to do, but I mean, it's still winning me the match, so I can't really complain all that much. I'm actually going to... No, I was going to say I was going to mute myself because I had to do something on my computer, but let me see how this match plays out first, and then in between games, then I'll do what I have to do on my computer. My opponent is going to Ethan's Adventure, getting themselves... They do not get themselves Typhlosion. What are they doing? Oh, no. Do they have They have to have Typhlosion in their hand. They have to, right? Did they pull Typhlosion from before? Did they pull Typhlosion before? No, it doesn't look like it. What are they doing? They just... Wow. Okay, interesting. I think they might have... Yeah, they definitely misplayed. They should have definitely went for a... What do you call... A, Typhlosion there. I don't know why they did not... Oh, they're going to TM Evo. But again, that doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't you just get the Typhlosion? I don't know. Listen, people do weird things on PTCGL. I'm not even going to lie to you. Doesn't make any sense to me. Do they have 2 more Quillavas in their deck? They have to. It says opponent selecting card. No, they don't. Wow. Oh my god. My opponent is having a really bad time right now. Okay. So we are going to... Oh, that's great. So let's get Alakazam set up. Let's put down our Munkidori. Just like that. Let's put the energy onto him. And let's just start pinging the Cyndaquil on the bench. There we go. Then we're going to attack using the Mind Jack. 210 damage because they had another Pokemon on the bench. Alright, well, this isn't exactly the greatest showing of the deck, but I mean, look, it's showing how easy it is to set up Alakazam, though. That's what it is doing. I will say it's doing that very well. Let's see how my opponent is going to retaliate. They have to get Typhlosion. They have 1, 2, 3, that's 4. Now, mister, pay attention, get yourself Typhlosion. There you go. Okay. Now, unfortunately, hold on, let's see. So 90, is it 30 or 30? 36, 9, 180. So we could still knock out Typhlosion with Alakazam's first attack. So we could bump up this Alakazam on the bench once this one goes down and start swinging using, what do you call it? The second Alakazam. I would also like to set up the Frillish if I could. That'd be nice. So unfortunately, we are going to lose Abra and Alakazam, but that's okay because I can just use the Super Rod to get those guys back. So I might actually just do that. We get a boss. That doesn't help me though. So let's get Abra and 2 energy back. Let's use Buddy-Buddy to get myself... Nope, that's not what I wanted. My Abra. Then we are going to Artazon for a Frillish. There we go. Let's use Crispin, getting ourselves another Psychic Energy. Let's put the Dark in our hand. Let's attach the Psychic to the Abra. Let's attach this to the Abra, and there we go. He's all set up again. The only problem is we don't have the Rare Candy, but we can get that eventually. And what we can do next turn is... Actually, I don't think they can one-shot Alakazam. Can they? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. They have 4, so they're hitting for maximum damage. Oh, they have Gravity Mountain. Yeah, they could totally take me out now. Damn, they pulled that out of nowhere. That was a good play by my opponent. I was going to say, if they didn't have Gravity Mountain, I don't think they were going to knock us out with Typhlosion, but I think Typhlosion hits exactly 280, so that's a bummer. And we played 3 Rare Candies. We've only used 2, so we have 1 more in the deck. They're going to boss? Why would you boss? They see the Jellicent as the bigger threat? That's crazy. Okay, well, okay. No, because... Your Gravity Mountain takes away from Typhlosion too. What are you... Oh my god, what are you doing? Okay. I don't think they thought this out very well. And they're going to put more Pokemon on the bench, so it doesn't even... No, they're not. I was going to say, it doesn't even matter because my Mind Jack is going to do the exact same amount of damage because they're putting Pokemon on the bench, but that doesn't matter now. I really don't know what my opponent's game plan here was. I did see that they were of lower rank than I am, so maybe they're still a new player, but even so, I mean... Well, who am I to judge? I've made some very questionable decisions on this channel, so I can't even front. Let's... Maybe they just have PTSD from Jellicent. They're like, nope, I don't want that. And yeah, our Mind Jack just do 150. So thanks to Gravity Mountain, that's enough. Even without all that. So yeah, that was a strange game 1, but let's go into game 2. All right, here we are in game 2, starting things off with the Abra in the active position. Unfortunately, we can't really do much, and we are going first. I have no idea what my opponent is playing. I see a Fighting and a Dark Energy. So I'm going to assume that Dark Energy is for a Munkidori. I mean, I don't know what other Pokemon uses fighting and dark energy. Unless it's some kind of dragon Pokemon. That's about the only thing I could think of. But let's see what the grand reveal is. It is a Bouffalmont. Okay, interesting. We don't have anything right now of use, so I'm just going to attach to Abra, and hopefully I don't get donked right now. That is my biggest fear right about now. Kadabra does have the attack teleportation attack, so we could switch him from the active onto the bench, so that's not terrible. I see a Bramblin. I'm seeing a lot of things right now. Arvin Skwovet, Cynthia's Gibble. What the heck is going on here? There is a lot going on right now. I think PTCGL has finally given me some pity because of all the L's I've been taking lately. They're matching me up with the most random players on the format right now. Okay. So let's... Oh, we got Hilda, but that doesn't help me. So let's get Alakazam out. Alakazam. Let's get Kadabra out. Let's attach this just in case we are able to do something. Let's attach this energy. We're going to Iono. Unfortunately, that's also going to help my opponent. And that gets us Mimikyu. That helps. Thank you. Let's get Frillish out. Should start setting that guy up. And then I'm just going to teleportation attack, which I know doesn't do any damage, but it will allow me to put Mimikyu into the active, and now my opponent has to make a decision. Unfortunate that we had to waste that TM Evo, but it is what it is. I had to do what I had to do. This is a very interesting deck. It looks like it wants to be a Garchomp deck, but there's like extra fluff in here for some reason. Put a supporter card from your discard pile into your hand. Okay, interesting. I mean, that's a nice attack, being able to get a supporter into your hand, but at the same time, it's like you don't really want that because you have to waste stuff. You know what I mean? So let's just Secret Box here. I'm going to get myself Hilda. I'm going to get myself Artazon, TM Evo, and I think I want a Nest Ball here. So let's get all that fun stuff going. I am going to Nest Ball for another... Actually, what do I want? You know what? Let me get Mew, because I am running low on cards right now. Let's get Alakazam, a Psychic Energy. Let's attach this here. Let's get the Artazon down on the field. We're going to Artazon for another Abra. Get that set up. It's attached to the Abra, and now we can finally... Oh, hold on. Attach that there, just because. I mean, it's kind of pointless. Let's just restart with Mew, see what we get. Another Alakazam, nice. And now we can finally see the Dimensional Hand at work. Unfortunately, we are doing less damage because of the Boofer ability on Bouffalmont EX, but hey, we are completely protected unless we get bossed, and we could still attack with Alakazam. So... nice. We are in a phenomenal position. And you best believe I am going to boss up that Gabite next turn with my boss's orders. So we are in a phenomenal position right now. Oh, never mind. They got another Gabite. I was going to say, if they didn't have Gabite, I could have just... Actually, what I could do is I could leave this Bouffalmont EX and just get myself 2 free prize cards. Because they can't attack me. With the help of Mimikyu. Okay, nice. Oh, we get the Munkidori, that's good. And I think I'm just gonna Iono them. Because they have the Garchomps in their hand, so let's get rid of those. Not that it's gonna help them anyway, because they could just we get another one of these. We get Jellicent, nice. Jellicent isn't gonna be much help to us either, because they don't really use items right now, so that's a bit of a shame. But we do have the Jellicent if need be. They are going to evolve into Arven's Greedent. What is he? Okay, Mezagoza. Forgot the name of that card for a second. I kept saying Mega. Got Megas on the brain. When you evolve this, to 2 Arven's energy, discard put into your hand. Okay. That's interesting. They're going to Champions Call for a Garchomp once again. Yep, because what else would they Champions Call for? Thankfully, we still have our Mimikyu. So, I almost dropped my phone on the floor. So, thankfully, we can't be attacked. And that's what I was afraid of, the Spirit Tomb. Yeah. Like I said, this is going to be a long game because Alakazam's Dimensional Hand doesn't do a lot of damage. I'm still trying to figure out what the synergy is with all these cards in their deck. The Ordino, the Bramblegas, the Arven, like, I don't understand the point of these. The Bouffalant? I don't know. Like, this is a very strange deck. And my opponent was in Corviknight rank. I saw that when we were going into the match, so it's not like you could say, oh, well, they're a new player. They obviously have an idea of how the game works. They're in Corviknight rank. All right, well, we are finally going to take out this Bouffalant. And unless they have a way to get this Mimikyu at the active position, we are free to just keep swinging. Scot-free. We got another rescue board. That's good. And we could totally take advantage of that by attaching it to the Munkidori. And that's why I play the rescue boards for the Mimikyus and the Munkidoris. They are going to boss. There it is. They're going for Jellicent. Interesting play. We do have the Switch in our hand, so we can actually get this Jellicent out of the active position. So I'm not concerned about that in the slightest. I am confused as to why they bossed up Jellicent, because we resist fighting, so they can't one-shot us, even with their big attack. And they have to discard all their energy, so I don't know what they're going for here. They can't use Roserade, they don't have a Roselia on the bench. They've overbenched all their weird Pokemon. I really don't know what's going on here. Yeah, no, they just do 70 damage to us, and they item lock themselves, so like, I'm really confused, guys. I don't know what is going on here. I'm just going to ping this damage onto the Garchomp. I'm going to use my Switch here, get my Mimikyu back into the active, and I'm just going to swing with Alakazam. And thanks to Munkidori, we actually do an extra 30 damage each turn. So that's another reason why I added Munkidori, because a lot of people, once Jellicent is set up, they have trouble getting heavy-hitting Pokemon into the active, so they just try to chip away at Jellicent EX as best as they can, but then the problem because of that they can't actually take out Jellicent, so then Munkidori just pings that damage all over the place, allowing Alakazam to do a little extra damage. Now, they actually get themselves the Spirit Tomb set up, so in a convoluted way, they got exactly what they wanted. Now, can I actually flip on Mezagoza and hopefully get myself a card that I need? Because I do need another Mimikyu. Let's see. Please, heads. Nice. Also, I don't like that when you have to flip a coin, you have to use your opponent's coin. Like, I get that, like, my opponent put the stadium down, but, like, it's my coin flip. Why don't I use my coin? You know what I mean? So we do get another Mimikyu. That's good. I am going to ping this damage onto the Garchomp. And let's just take this thing out with Alakazam. I don't even need energy right now. I'm pretty content with the energy that I have in play. So we're just going to keep attacking with Alakazam. And this is exactly what I wanted to showcase. This is a great showcasing this match. They can't one-shot us because we resist fighting. So we could just keep pinging the damage onto the Garchomp from Munkidori. And we could still attack from the bench with the Dimensional Hand attack, which is exactly what I wanted to showcase. So for once, it's actually a deck that I'm actually confident and happy showcasing. The Jinx EX that I played the other day and the Whimsicott EX deck that I played the other day, they were good decks, but I just could not get into the groove of it. Like, it was a very difficult deck to set up. It was a very difficult deck to go up against with, against like Goldengo and stuff. So I just had 2 bad days with my 2 decks previously. All right, so this guy, the more prize cards your opponent is taking, he gets 50 extra HP. Okay, that's actually not a bad card. I know was it for the win? I think it was for the win who posted a deck with this Brambleghast using Fortress, which was actually a pretty cool combo. If I get heads again, I could get myself another Alakazam. Nope. All right, wishful thinking. That's okay. Let's start loading up the Jellicent, I suppose. I mean, I got nothing else to do. Let's ping that damage onto Garchomp. Here we go. And let's just start swinging. Why not? I got nothing better to do with this Jellicent, so I might as well start powering it up, you know? Doesn't make any sense for me to put for me to put energy on Mimikyu, because he's only doing 70 damage, and 70 is like nothing. So, yeah, there's that. There's the Roserade, so now that's going to power up their Garchomp, but all that's going to do is just get rid of the fighting resist. So it's not much of an increase. They still can't one-shot me, so I'm okay with that. They do need to get themselves a Grass Energy, but they wasted it on the Ordino. Again, I'm not quite sure what my opponent's endgame is, so we will have to see. I flipped tails again, unfortunately. I'm hoping to get that Alakazam, but it is what it is. Let's get this guy set up. He's doing 80 damage, which is not enough. Our Dimensional Hand does 120, so I would much rather use the Alakazam. Once you get 4 energy onto Jellicent, he does do more damage than Alakazam, so if you really wanted to, you could set up the Jellicent, but there's really no need to. What the heck are you doing? Are you just going to retreat? I think you're just going to retreat. You realize that you need a Grass Energy to attack, correct? And I know I'm not tripping. Okay, good. They're going to retreat. Thank God. I was like really concerned by that action. Now, the good thing is, because we item locked them, they can't really do much thanks to Jellicent. And we can use Munkidori here to ping this damage off of Jellicent onto the Brambleghast and take it out. I'm not really sure what my opponent is trying to do here. It's a very interesting deck, to say the least. So let's ping this damage off of Jellicent, taking another prize card. Let's take him out. That's going to free up their bench space, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. And I kind of want to retreat into Mimikyu, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. Oh, let's try and flip Megagoza again and see if we can get ourselves an Alakazam. And hopefully, nice. Get ourselves Alakazam. Okay, so let's get Alakazam. Let's use our Rare Candy, finally. Bada bing, bada boom. And just for the look. Actually, how much HP do you have? 210? 90, 3, 6, 9, 12. 210! We actually just won! Wow, look at that. Okay, so we can actually retreat into Alakazam. I'm going to waste some energy here. And 210, just like that. Wow, okay. There, we'll save you guys some time. Not bad. I think we might actually go into a game 3. That was pretty good. Let's go into a game 3. All right, here we are in game 3, last game of the day. Hopefully, I don't ruin my win streak that I got going on right now. And right now, it looks like we have a pretty good hand. We got the Hilda Rare Candy combination once again. And we have 1 basic energy. I mean, we got a pretty flawless start right now. The only thing that could really mess me up right now is an Iono, and I mean, that's pretty much bound to happen at this point. It looks like we are going up against Goldango. That's not what you want to see. Oh my God, we got Alakazam. We got Alakazam. We're done. We're done. If we don't get Iono right now, which I don't think we will, because Goldango decks don't tend to play Iono, we could just use Hilda to get Jellicent, which will completely shut down Goldango. And we have the Rare Candy for Alakazam. I mean, what else do we really need? This is crazy. Wow. This deck really sets up itself. I love it. And they're just going to call for family. That's even better. Getting themselves Pheasant Dippy. It's done. It's done. Watch this, guys. It's over. We got this. It's in the bag. We're just going to evolve right into Alakazam. We're going to evolve this guy straight into Kadabra. We're going to get ourselves the Jellicent, locking them out of playing the game. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's over from here. It's over. Jellicent doesn't need to attack because Alakazam will take care of everything. We restart with Mew. I mean, this is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Goodbye. Gimmigool's gone. They are item locked. They are prevented from playing any cool cards. I mean, we are completely, and we got a switch in case we get lost right now. I mean, we are completely set up. That was absolutely insane. Especially since Goldango relies so heavily on items. This is revenge for the Whimsicott video. This is exactly what this is. Wow, I'm like really ecstatic right now. I'm so happy. And if we could pull ourselves an Iono and really mess them up, that'd be even better. They're gonna attach a water energy. That's kind of awkward. I don't know what that was about, but okay. I don't want to use Artazon only because that's gonna help them more than it's gonna help me. Not necessarily, because we could use it to get Mimikyu, so maybe we should. Even if I got Iono, their Cypher Maniac collection would still work, because that's how that works. So I'm going to attach an energy to this Kadabra. That way all it needs is one more energy. I'm going to get myself a Mimikyu. And I think that's all I want to do. I'm just going to swing at this Pheasantipity. And even if he manages to retreat the Pheasantipity, I can boss it up and take it out with Alakazam. So yeah, we are in a phenomenal position right now. So I'm really happy. For once, PTCGL is on my side and not my opponent's. So thank you so much, PTCGL. They have no idea what to do right now. They are item locked. They can't do anything right now. They have no way of getting this Jellicent out of the active without a boss. And I don't know exactly what they tried to get with that Cypher Maniac, but it did not help them. Because they are stuck. I think I should just mute myself and just let this thing play out. Because they're stuck, they don't know what to do, and they're just going to let the clock run. Okay, and we're back. So, my opponent did not do anything, they just let the clock run. And we're just going to swing at this Pheasantipity, knocking it out, taking 2 more prize cards, and we will see how my opponent decides to retaliate. I honestly think that they're AFK, though, because they didn't do anything last turn. And we get Lillie Clefairy, which unfortunately didn't do much in this video, but you know, it could have done something if we were going up against Dragapult. I think they are AFK. They're not choosing a new active. They're not playing the game. I think they just bounced. And honestly, that would probably be the best way for me to end this video, is with a salty rage quit. And there it is. Yep, they are inactive. They are AFK. They just gave us the win. What a great way to end off this video. That was absolutely beautiful. Okay, that is going to do it for the Alakazam EX deck. Guys, this is by far one of, if not my favorite decks right now in the format. I've been tweaking it and making it really good. It's very consistent, as you guys saw in those 3 matches. I mean, how much better can this deck get? I mean, I'm sure somebody in the comment section will come up with better ways to you know, finalize this deck, but I'm telling you, putting Jellicent EX into the deck was a godsend. Putting 2 of these and making it like the main way of blocking people was phenomenal. I mean, it's just a really strong deck. I don't know what else to say. You guys saw it for yourself how clean it is and how strong it is. So yeah, I love it. And I can't wait to use it to get me into Arceus rank. But let me know what you guys think. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe. We are on our way to 50 subscribers. You guys have been killing it with the subscriptions. Thank you so much. And I'm going to keep making my videos. This video was a great success. This deck was a great success. It really put a smile on my face today, and I just love it. So, and I hope you guys love it as much as I did. And I hope you guys try it out, because guys, this is a phenomenal deck. And I think I'm going to play a little bit more off camera. Hopefully get myself into Arceus rank, and I'll be back again with another video soon. So until then, keep yourselves healthy, keep looking out for yourselves, and I love y'all. Peace.